Sonic 2020. Okay, we gotta talk about this. It's been almost 3 years since the release of Sonic Forces, the latest game in the mainline Sonic franchise, and since then we've gotten bits and pieces of news regarding what's next for the Blue Blur. Now we know a new mainline Sonic game is in the works.
We have begun to production the next major Sonic title.
Maybe we didn't know, but I want to put together all the facts that we know in one video to kind of bring to light some of the plans that Sega has regarding the franchise, and of course, the promising future for the Sonic movie as well. Greetings, my children. This is TheMentok, the Prophet, YouTube's savior, and without further ado, let's prophesize. Alright, so let's head back to 2017 really quickly. Sonic Mania was released at the time as a celebration of the Sonic of old with a fresh coat of paint. It was positively received by critics and fans alike for its unique style and the obvious passion put into its development. A collaboration between fans of the Sonic franchise as a whole, developing this game, and Sega, who created the perfect storm to bring about this well-received package. Shortly after, Sonic Forces was released, developed by Sonic Team. And let's say it was less positively received than Mania. And to many fans, this seemed like a step back from the praise the franchise received earlier that year. Even with its new custom character creator that seemed to grow on fans after a while, the plot left a lot to be desired. The game was hyped up to be an epic showdown between good and evil and a return to form in storytelling for Sonic, but the ball was kind of dropped with uninspired level design and a poorly written plot. Though some good was born from Sonic Forces, with the eventual release of a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog comic series published by IDW Publishing. This expanded on where the Sonic Forces plot left off before going off into its brand new continuity, adored by the fans to this day. The comics were selling out at release, and I'm hoping it continues to go strong. Currently they're on hiatus due to the current pandemic. There is news buzzing around about IDW pretty much bleeding money. How this will affect the future of the Sonic comic is yet to be seen. But if you're a fan of the Sonic franchise for the characters, I'd say this definitely scratches that itch for like good dialogue and character interactions. With that said, the Sonic comic was another facet and another media being explored for the Sonic franchise. In the midst of this, an expansion was being created to Sonic Mania, known as Sonic Mania Plus, which would bring the addition of 2 returning characters to the franchise, Mighty and Ray, who have not been seen for many years. The Sonic social media platforms doubled down on the praise for Sonic Mania and pretty much threw Sonic Forces to the dogs.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no-good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead.
All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going.
1, 2, 10.
But this led to a short animation series known as Sonic Mania Adventures to be created to market the release of Sonic Mania Plus. This was also well received by fans, and this already started to bring into question where the Sonic series would go from here. People were salivating at the idea of a full cartoon series that looked like these short animations. Around the same time, already in development was the spin-off Team Sonic Racing, which is a spiritual successor to the popular Sonic All-Stars racing franchise in early 2019. Fast forward to May of 2019, and Sonic fans would receive the trailer that shook the world to its core.
Meow?
The uproar from this trailer alone is what built this channel to what it is. You probably wouldn't be watching this video today were it not for that trailer. All that aside, it definitely put a divide between what was coming out of Sega's social media and what was coming out of Paramount's social media on the opposite side. Sega refused to make statements on the Sonic movie, so they were pretty much mum with anything Sonic movie at that point in time. Meanwhile, Paramount saved face by accepting the outrage and decided to remake Sonic's design, which led to a surprise hit in the box office for the Blue Blur. But this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. What's coming next for Sonic the Hedgehog? So during E3 2019, there was an interview with Sonic team head Takashi Iizuka, who I don't really trust with the franchise too much. I know his passion is there, but
Fuck you.
but I'll leave my opinions out of this. Iizuka basically said that 2017 was a big year for Sonic, and the next big year for Sonic would be 2021. That's the 30-year anniversary for Sonic. We are now preparing. This meant that there was a game in the works, and later on at South by Southwest that year, he would reveal that the next mainline Sonic game was already in development. There was no concept art, no image released, he just basically said, we're working on a game. There was a lot of speculation whether it'd be a Sonic Adventure remake or a Sonic Adventure 3 game, but I'll get to that in a minute. We still didn't receive any news about Sonic or the future of Sonic outside of the Sonic movie up until around December 2019. Sega's director of animation Yukio Kusumoto expressed interest in another Sonic animation or Sonic TV show, saying that the world is ready for another one. He commented this based on the popularity of all the Sonic shorts online that was created to market both Team Sonic Racing and Sonic Mania Plus. Kusumoto says, I think the world is definitely ready for another TV show and I would love to work on it. There are several discussions and this is coming from me personally. I would love Sonic to continue, so I'll keep trying to put more stuff out there. Around that time, Sonic and Tails appeared in Cartoon Network's hit animated show OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, and they had a whole episode dedicated to that crossover. It was received very well by fans, which led to comments and subreddits basically listing all the references in that episode alone for the Sonic franchise. Then January 2020 came around. Everyone's excited for the new year, the Olympics are coming up, everything was happy. Next-gen consoles more or less confirmed for that year by Microsoft and Sony. And Sega launches an initiative called Sonic 2020 to announce Sonic the Hedgehog news on the 20th of every month. And then...
Coronavirus! Somebody cough in my face! Do it! Somebody come cough in my face! Yes!
So this pandemic came around and pretty much screwed all of this up. But Sega planned for 2020 to release information on Sonic the Hedgehog related events in 2020 to keep an eye on the franchise as it approached its 30-year anniversary in 2021, which I think is when the major game is going to be released. They had a panel planned for this year's South by Southwest, which was ultimately cancelled. The Sonic team was going to postpone this panel to their own private panel in April, but that also had to be cancelled due to all the lockdowns, so this pretty much ruined any news that we were going to get at this time. But this does beg the question of where they're taking the franchise moving forward. A lot of speculation, as I mentioned earlier, has been around a Sonic Adventure remake. Takashi Iizuka has expressed in the past how much that he wants to remake the Sonic Adventure series. On the Sonic the Hedgehog social media platforms, there's been a lot of remakes of songs from Sonic Adventure, as well as references to the Chow multiple times. So this has allowed a lot of fans to really speculate on whether a Sonic Adventure remake is actually in the works. In my personal opinion, I think Sonic Team's a little bit tone deaf and really hard at reading the room. It's been quite some time since they released news on what they actually are working on, and I'm hoping that this silence is more or less gold for them to actually sit down and rethink the franchise as a whole and what they're going to do with it moving forward. Now I know Christian Whitehead and his team who created Sonic Mania created their own studio. Whether they're being contracted out for work for Sega is another story, but they've been pretty silent about what they've been working on moving forward. So it could be possible that they're involved in some projects with Sega right now with the Sonic franchise. This lead up to the 2021 30th anniversary game could be a series of games celebrating the character all the way up until that grandiose 2021 game celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary. We could have another situation where Christian Whitehead's team is working on a spin-off series while main Sonic team is working on that anniversary game. Despite all that, I gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Sonic movie. Despite Paramount being in control of all of that, it is hard to ignore the success of the movie, now grossing at the box office about $300 million, and this is without that international box office release. It didn't get to areas in China due to the coronavirus outbreak, so I could see this movie grossing a lot more had it not been for the pandemic. So we have yet to see the full potential of what financial gain this movie will bring in. With that said, is Sega gonna ignore this Sonic movie in the gaming universe? With all the success from the Sonic movie, I find it hard to believe that they're not thinking about a movie tie-in. Would they adopt that movie Sonic as a brand new Sonic moving forward? They've done several reboots in the past before, and this doesn't seem like it would be outside of their radar. Personally, I'd like them to go back to the Adventure series and remake those, repolish those, and remind themselves what made 3D Sonic games good. And I would say let the movie series be its own thing. And regarding the Sonic movie, a sequel is more or less confirmed. I mean, it's made so much money already. All of the actors have said they're on board for a sequel, and there's a setup for the sequel at the end of the movie. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to continue for some time. Maybe for 1 or 2 movies at least. So I think with Sonic being a box office hit, the Sonic comics doing very well for a publishing company that's not bringing in a lot of cash, Sonic is starting to become a household name again, bringing in old and new fans alike. So I think Sega's in a very awkward place where they really need to figure out how to get everyone on board at the same time, based on everything that the franchise has gone through within these last 3 years. This could be a very tricky time for Sega and Sonic Team, because putting out a lackluster game right now will set the trend for another decade, just like the older games did that were poorly received. But I do think now, new fans and old fans alike are listening, and they're willing to give something a try that looks great. All the speculation aside, I just hope that there's passion and love being put into Sega's titular character. Where would you like Sega and Sonic Team to take the Sonic franchise moving forward? Leave a comment below and start discussing. This is going to be some interesting months coming forward. And that's it for my new prophecy, my children. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe to TheMentok. As always, my children, be safe. The prophet has spoken.